Evening team, wee video to go over my weekly progress of the no boozing. This is now the end of week number 9. Yes, done. So, signed up for a 60-day no booze challenge. We're on day 63. Day 63. I just forgot about that actually. Just remember there, I've done the 60 days and even thought about it. Yes, done. First 4 weeks were really difficult. Now it just feels like a total habit. I'm not drinking. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling mentally clear. Focusing on different things now. Not finding it difficult at all. Thinking about when will I drink and actually do I need to drink. I don't even think I want to drink again. I do. Well, I will drink again, but I've not really got the urge. I did have the urge before and I don't have the urge at all now. I'm feeling like I want to be fresh. I want to keep myself mind fresh. I'm thinking about what is the benefits of me drinking. It's a social thing, I get it. It makes you relax a bit more, I get it. But I will drink again, but I just need to make sure that it doesn't hinder anything I want to do. I'm looking forward to getting a couple of drinks with some mates, with my dad, my brother, my uncle. But at the same time, I don't really feel like I have the urge to do it either, if you know what I mean. It makes it a bit contradictory what I've just said there, but I feel like I'm kind of more aware, if that makes a bit spiritual, a bit what's going on around me. I had a family party on Friday, my cousin's graduation. Everyone was drinking, or most people were. I sat with Heineken Blue, non-alcoholic beer, and drank away cold beers. But people were asking me to drink, and I never done it. The temptation's been around me for the full 9 weeks, but I didn't even want to do it. I could have easily done it. Stacey could have driven back, but I didn't, and I've got to be proud of myself for that, to be fair, because it's hard, and if anybody else tries it, it's hard. I probably don't give myself enough credit for it, because 10 weeks not drinking, under the circumstances, being in lockdown, even going back to work, because being back to work's been hectic because there's less staff and we're getting stretched, but I've had loads of excuses to drink and I've still not done it. I'm going on a golf trip to Spain for a week and it'll be a big boozing session, so I need to get myself back onto maybe get a few drinks before I go, so I don't end up absolutely bluttered if I take a couple of drinks. But I probably find I don't mind drinking from abroad, getting away and just chilling out and drinking. Cool with that. It's maybe when I'm doing day-to-day stuff here and family. I've got a baby on the way during December. I've got Aaron, who's 3, Lewis's older boy, he's 9. Can't be making that burst. But I'll say I'm quite chilled out about it. I'm going to do 10 weeks, which is the end of next week, and I might have a drink to celebrate. I've got a couple of nice bottles of red wine there. Might have a glass, who knows? I really don't know. The more people tell me to drink or try and want me to take a drink, it makes me feel like I should extend it. But at the same time, I wouldn't mind just chilling out with my family and a couple of friends and having a nice bottle of red wine. Yes! Don't know. We'll see. I'm pushing on my podcast. I've got a lot of stuff to do for that. So that will be the gauge. I want to make sure that I don't fall into the habit of drinking more often than back to what I was. Once a week, twice a week. I don't necessarily like that, as much as it's nothing. But drink's one of these things that what's that comment or saying people use, or I've been listening to. Alcohol is the only thing in the world when you don't do it, people think there's something wrong with you. Think about that one if you're watching this. alcohol is the only thing if you don't do it, people think there's something up. That's totally true. You don't drink, automatically people think, wait a minute here, you alright? What's wrong? And I wonder why that is. It's because people are so often drinking, I suppose, aren't they? People drink often. Every week, every month, twice a week. And that's kind of why I was thought about stopping, because the longest period I've had not drinking probably since I was 17, 18 has probably been a few weeks. I think one period I went for a few months, but the rest of the time it's been maybe a few weeks. And I've not been necessarily drinking hard all the time, but I've been drinking. And there's research out there, and if you want to get kind of delve into it all, and studies out there that it's not that good for you, is it really? It can shorten your life, to be dramatic about it. It can lower your productivity, make your sleep bad. This whole fucking bullshit that drinking alcohol makes you sleep better. It doesn't make you sleep better. It sedates you, actually. So it makes you fall asleep, but the actual quality of sleep is terrible. It's not really got huge benefits when you think about it. It's a laugh, oh yeah, have a laugh. But you have a laugh anyway. Having a true laugh with somebody isn't just through drink. It does relax you, and I suppose it can make you chill out a wee bit, but if you're using that to just to chill out or to relax, it's probably the wrong thing to do. There's exercise, there's breathing, there's drinking water, there's rest, there's a million one other things you can do to relax you or get your stress levels down. So it's making me more aware and a bit more interested about why I'm going to go back drinking, or the people that drink. I know it sounds pretty boring, but it's kind of made me think about this kind of shit, to think, right, what do we do? I was watching a video the other day about the guy, 60 the course of this challenge. I signed up for the 60-day challenge, a guy called Chris Williamson, I think his name is, sorry. And he's interviewing someone, and he explains it like, what would you do if, or how would you explain Earth or humans if we were an alien? An alien comes to planet Earth and they go, oh yeah, there's these fucking crazy humans. They walk about, spend loads of money on things they don't really need, and they drink alcohol most weeks, which basically they get out of their face, they don't know what they're doing, they overeat because of it, get a crap sleep, and it makes them feel like shit, and it also makes their choices really bad. All they really gain from it is a bit of a laugh at the time, but actually have the fear, and it can cause them anxiety and depression and sort of loneliness, if you know what I mean. I must be like, what the fuck are they doing? Does it taste nice? Sometimes it does, but a lot of times it doesn't at the same time. Forcing down an aftershock. So, I know that's a bit far-fetched, but you think, right, there's a bit of truth to it. It's a bit fucked up why people do it. It's like it's just a habit that's been built into us for years and years and years, even before we were born. Your parents and their parents, that's what you do. You drink, that's what you do, that's life. So the more I kind of think about that and watch things about that, it makes me think, right, should I just chuck it all together? But it's difficult, because the longer you do it, you think, oh, I'll just have one or two, but then I don't know, but anyway, I'll delve into that topic another time. But getting to week 10, I've got a fucking mental week at work. I've got my kids to sort out. I've got my family coming down next Sunday. It's going to be I'll even get to think about drinking. That's what I've noticed as well the past few weeks here. You're a bit busy at work. It's totally out of my habit now. It's out of my range. I don't really do it. So if you're thinking about doing this and you get to this stage, you honestly don't even think about drinking. I enjoy feeling fresh. Sometimes I'm a bit tired because I've been up early, or there's been lots happening with work and kids getting up early and a couple of late nights, but me thinking about being rough or having a hangover makes me feel like no chance I'm drinking again. I know I will, but it just makes me feel that I just don't want to dig my heels in and just not do it. So I'm going to go to week 10, and I'm going to do that definitely. And a good possibility that I will maybe drink after that, but I don't know, because the longer it goes, the longer I want to push on with it. But I've got this golf coming up in the first week of September, so I need to get the old liver trained up to make sure I can handle the scandal with these golf guys. So I'll always recap on it. If you are thinking about doing this at all, make sure it's the right time for you. Make sure that you're doing it for the right reasons, and also make sure that you've got something to fill that wee void with. Whether it be exercise, whether it be new business, whether it be reading, whether it be some new idea, something you've got that interests you that you can then start doing more of, because you'll realise that not drinking, there's a gap in your life, because you don't realise how much drink actually takes up from thinking about it, from buying it, from talking to your mates about it, from actually drinking it, from feeling rough, from exercising to sweat out the drink, to sending your mates pictures to ask them how their night was. You don't realise how much energy or headspace drink takes up. It's actually quite frightening when you think about it. And I know there's anything wrong with it, and I'm not preaching to you to say don't drink, but if you're in a sort of state that you don't want to do it, we want to try and get out of a wee sort of rut you're in, then you need to make sure you have something to fill the void with. Don't know what it is, you'll know what it is. For me, it was getting my shit together and getting a wee new idea of a podcast and a sort of motivation type comedy random page that I've always kind of wanted to do, something like that, and maybe try and develop a podcast of some sorts, or at least start it anyway, and then see how it develops. I'm not entirely sure what route it would go down, but I'm interested in it. It excites me. So that is my a void filler, if you want to call it, that's going to, well, it has filled me not drinking, because if you stop drinking, you don't have anything to do, you'll get bored, and what you do, you'll go back to drinking. The first 4 weeks are difficult because everybody's challenging you, everybody's asking you questions about it, everybody's trying to get you to drink, everybody's saying why are you doing it, you shouldn't be doing it, don't do it, take one drink, just do, have a one, come on, have one. Get to week 10, week 8, even week 9, week 10, people just expect it of you, and they don't ask you any more questions, and your head becomes clearer. You start to think more about why you're drinking, more about people drinking around you, things like decisions you've made when you've been drinking. You know, it makes you totally less foggy in the head. And listen, who knows? It's worth doing. It's worth, if you're interested in a bit of self-development or a wee bit more like what's going on up here and what you're doing with yourself, it's interesting to do it. Because if you don't do it. But the thought of going through the same every week, drinking every week, every second week, twice a week for the rest of the next fucking years, it's boring, man, isn't it? It's fucking tiring. It's the same shit all the time, the same shitty conversations, the same. Again, I'm not saying I'm going to do it again, but it's the same old stuff, same shit you've been fucking spinning since you were 20. It's a laugh, and I've had great times drinking, great times. But I'm getting older now. I mean, I don't want to keep drinking all the time, especially with kids to look after and kids to show an example to. So, anyway, blabbing on as I do. If you're thinking about it, if you have any questions, let me know. If not, tune in next week, because this will be my last week, and I might actually have a drink while I'm on the camera. Right, catch you.